Hi, Dave.
That is the most attractive Zoom background I have ever seen in my entire life.
And it's not even a background, it's the real deal.
I'm really impressed. This is amazing. Wow.
Thank you so much, Dave.
I have to step up my game. This is nothing compared to yours. This is nothing.
Welcome back to Tiny TV. This week, it's Foo Fighters week. They released their new album, Medicine at Midnight, Friday, February 5th. And yes, I struggled to say that sentence, just for you. Throughout this week, I'm going to give you interviews and various extracts of the best parts of the interviews with various band members from the Foo Fighters. And with me now is the man, the myth, the legend, the nicest guy in rock and roll, Mr. Dave Grohl. Welcome to Tiny TV, Dave. Say hi to the world.
Hello, everybody. Very nice to be here. It's amazing. Wow.
There's definitely a lot of people around the world who has been enjoying these videos of you and Andy, and I was one of them. And I can tell you there's another guy that really likes you, Dave, and I actually have a little greeting from him because some months back I did an interview with Angus Young of AC. And he told me this wonderful story of how he was invited to your After the Grammy Show party by Paul McCartney.
So he said, Dave Grohl was having a wingding, and he said, I'll get a hold of him and see if it'd be okay if you come along, So we got invited to Dave Grohl's party, and that's where I got to meet him the first time I got to meet him, And he's fun, he's just sort, he's down to earth, very down to earth guy, and he's a lot of fun, and likes his rock and roll. Yeah.
Well, if I could just get you to wave to Dave.
Okay, Dave, a big wave from me, big hug from me, I know we can't do it at the moment because of, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
You're going to make me cry.
So Angus sends his love all the way from Australia to you.
Oh, that's so crazy. Well, that night, I'll tell you the story of that night. Mm-hmm. I wasn't performing at the Grammys. I was like presenting an award or something. And I'm lucky to say that Paul McCartney is a friend. And I love him very much. As much as he's a hero of mine, he's also a very sweet man and a friend. And so he was in town too, and he called and said, "What are you doing after the Grammys?" I said, "Well, I think maybe me and Pat and Taylor are just going to have a dinner." And he said, "Do you mind if me and Nancy come?" I'm like, "No, yeah, that'd be great." So then he bumps into AC/DC like in the hotel or something. And then they say, "What are you doing after the show?" And he says, "Well, I'm going to go have dinner with the Foo Fighters." And Paul said, "Do you want to come?" And so then Paul's wife calls my wife. And then my wife says, "Hey, do you mind if AC/DC comes to dinner?" I was like, and I had never met AC/DC. And I mean, when I was maybe, 10 years old, I went to see that movie, Let There Be Rock, the live concert film in a movie theater. And actually, That was the first time, this is before I was punk rock, that was the first time I ever saw a performance and heard music that made me want to fucking break something. I was just like, ah! And still to this day, I use that as reference for how I like to play a show. Like, that's what I want to be like AC/DC, Let There Be Rock. Like, that's a live band. That's great. So then we had this beautiful night, and there was this jazz band, and we were all dancing, and it was one of the greatest nights of my entire life. That blows my mind. You just gave me the biggest gift. You have no idea. That's crazy.
I'm so happy that it actually worked out, and the video is on my YouTube channel. You can see it there, and I can send it to you because it's just so sweet.